Welcome to Las Vegas.
This is our last stop on our cross-country trip, and we will be spending 3 days here in Vegas until we head back home.
Let's stop thinking about it. The world will go on without us. We'll disappear somewhere. If it's you and me, I'll be there. Let's drive to Vegas. Your own Mercedes. Just wondering.
When we usually come to Las Vegas, we stay at a hotel on the Strip. We've stayed at Paris, Bellagio, the Venetian, the Park. They're all really nice hotels, but my all-time favorite is the Cosmopolitan. This time we're staying off the Strip at the Las Vegas RV Resort. It was nice for an RV park. It had a really nice pool area, and it's a lot cheaper than the hotels on the Strip, but I like to be within walking distance of things, like the Bellagio Fountains.
I guess that's the kids' pool. And this is the adult pool.
We come to Las Vegas all the time, and I'm not a drinker, a gambler, or a party scene kind of person, but I still love it here. And I think I do things a little differently than most people. So we've done the Red Rock Canyon,
Which is 30 minutes from the Strip, and it's a 13-mile scenic drive with several hiking trails.
Baby, right now. Let's drive to Vegas. And while we're out there, we can see the Grand Canyon. It's been on my list since I was a little kid. But honestly, if it doesn't go just like we planned it.
We've gone up to the top of the Eiffel Tower, which I personally don't think is worth the $25 ticket. It's more of a been there, done that. We've been on the high roller twice. It's a 550-foot tall Ferris wheel, and again, I wasn't impressed. I would rather put that money towards a room at the Cosmopolitan, and then you get the same view, but for all day long.
I know I'm crazy.
We've also ziplined, and there's a few you can do now, but when we did it, we did the Slotzilla, which goes over Fremont Street, and it was a lot of fun, but again, it was pretty pricey. The Neon Museum is definitely a must when you go to Vegas. There's two sections, the main boneyard, which has more than 200 signs, and I love vintage signs, so I really enjoyed that part. And then there is the Brilliant Show, which is even better than the boneyard. It's a 45-minute show where they use projections to light up the signs, and it goes along with a soundtrack. It is so much fun. Unfortunately, you can't take video. You can only use your camera phone to take still photos. We've even had the unique experience of running a half marathon on the Las Vegas Strip. And then there's the more basic things you can do in Las Vegas, like spend the day at the pool. And of course, there's plenty of shows to see. Absinthe happens to be our favorite show. I would describe it as a risque theatrical carnival. And the Cirque type shows have been my least favorite, just because the stories are a little too artsy for me. The holidays might be my favorite time to visit, and I know you typically don't think holidays and Vegas together, but there's quite a few special things you can do at that time, like visit the Ethel M Chocolate Factory, where they decorate their cactus garden with over 500,000 lights. And then there's the Ice Rink. Yep, you can ice skate in Vegas, and not just anywhere, you're above the Las Vegas Strip, and they make it snow.
It's Christmas, time of year. Our families by the fire, snuggled up like bunnies in the...
I absolutely love coming to the Ice Rink. It's not just skating either. They have fire pits you can rent where you can relax with some specialty cocktails or hot chocolate. They have treats and snacks.
Is nipping at your nose. I've been waiting all year for this. Grab your cocoa and we'll reminisce. So how...
And just when you thought it couldn't get any better, they play holiday movies on their marquee. So those are the non-Vegas-y, non-gambling type of things that we do. What we typically do and what we did this trip was eat, like most places we go. And again, I don't eat at the typical Las Vegas type places. We have gone to a few buffets, but mostly we eat at the places that originated in New York. I don't know why, but that's just what I gravitate towards. Breakfast at Mon Ami Gabi is a requirement for us. They have delicious skinny pancakes and French toast and an amazing view. We've even seen someone jump into the lake at Bellagio from here. And then it's to the Venetian for Grimaldi's pizza. I love their pizza, although it's not as good as the original location in New York. And I never skip going to the Cake Boss's Carlos Bakery for their delicious lobster tails. They're similar to an eclair, except they are a crispy, crunchy pastry filled with pastry cream, and they're really hard to find on the West Coast. That's why I always bring a box home with us. Then there's the Shake Shack. These are popping up all over California now, but none of them are as good as the original locations in New York years ago. This one's still okay. I like their burgers and fries, but really you come here for the shakes and the concretes. Hey Shake Shack, bring back your concretes. I also really like the area the Shake Shack's in. It's between the Park Hotel and New York on the way to the T-Mobile Arena. It's more of a low-key type of fun here.
More than I've ever seen.
Then right next door in the park is Eataly. It kind of reminds me of a place we ate in Florence, Italy. I love coming here and doing a little shopping and of course having some pasta. Then we have the Cosmopolitan, and it is definitely my favorite casino, hotel, and all-around place to hang out. Besides being so pretty, it has two places that I always eat at.
This was one of my favorite places to hang out when this first opened because there was a pool table here and you could just hang out and play pool. And then right over there, there's a secret door to Secret Pizza. And you get a slice of pizza, play some pool, hang out, and no need to gamble or spend any extra money. It's still fun, but you're missing the pool table.
And then just downstairs is Milk Bar, and they have a delicious crack pie, or whatever they call it these days. It is so good and Sweet and caramely, I love it. When I'm all done shoving food in my face, then I go to the Bellagio because that is my Las Vegas obsession. Whether it's watching the fountain shows or them just cleaning out the lake, I will spend hours standing here. I love it that much. I'm actually probably the reason they don't have seating around it because I would never leave, except maybe to eat. Sometimes in between shows, I will make Matt sit inside the Bellagio with me and wait for the next showing. I even have a website that I go to that shows the song schedule. I know I'm a little much.
It is a good one.
Besides food, the only other thing that can rip me away from the fountains is the inside of the Bellagio. I always make it a point to walk under the Chihuly glass ceiling sculpture, but it's the conservatory that's my second Las Vegas obsession.
One of my favorite places, the conservatory in Bellagio.
This year's theme was eco-awareness. This is the first time I've ever seen this design, and I really liked the archway and the treehouse. If I could pay an admission to sit up in that treehouse for a few hours, I totally would. They always do such a beautiful job with every season, and I love that you can come at night and it has a completely different vibe. Even between seasons, the conservatory is worth visiting. You can see the amount of work it takes to take down and put up the new designs, and they do it in just 7 days. We were here in the winter of 2018, and I would come by every morning and every night to watch their progress because I found it so fascinating. I was so nervous for the forklift driver doing this without being able to see, but they probably do it all the time and it's not even a big deal to them. This is the piece put in place, and then this is the finished product. They're now decorating the Christmas tree using that big boom lift. And then in the background, you can see them moving a giant ornament decoration. These are those ornaments that they were moving. Here they added some giant gift boxes, and they're starting to get the plants out. Here's before, and here's after. Sometime during the night, they hung bows from the ceiling, and they added the moon. And here's the finished product. Over at the Wynn, they have a garden as well, but I don't feel that one is as spectacular as the one at Bellagio. The Palazzo also has a waterfall atrium, and it's still not as grand as the Bellagio, but I do like coming here in the mornings when it's less crowded and just sitting and relaxing. There is one more garden type area that I like to visit, and it's the Flamingo habitat at the Flamingo Casino and Hotel. I usually just take a really quick walk outside just so I can say hi to the birds. So that's it. That's how we do Las Vegas. And Las Vegas was our last stop on this cross-country road trip, but we still have more shorter trips planned ahead. On our way home, we passed Area 51, and we stopped to check out the creepy Clown Motel. I do not need to stay the night at this place. We did it, 12,333.9 miles round trip. It was an amazing trip, and I would turn around in a second and do it all over again.
Welcome to Las Vegas. My voice is so warm. Welcome to Las Vegas. Oh, it's so loud and my voice is so messed up. Welcome to Las Vegas. And then we've got the plane.
It's about time someone puts it in writing.